So the morning, how does our day start? It's that's I have this tag that's the proactive morning, right? It's health checks and maintenance, making sure things are good, right? As you start with start with coffee. I like coffee. I start my day with coffee and prayers. Our day often starts with just checking the health of your database environment. I always teach this to my students. Day in the life of a DBA. Once you get in the office, typically there is going to be some email that's capturing. Maybe some good organizations will have like an email that's a summary report of all of like your maintenance and your critical jobs from the night before, and a status on how each one ran, what the situations are, if there's ones you need to troubleshoot, resolve, do all of that, then you would have that. It's also checking your third-party monitoring tools, reviewing key performance indicators to make sure again that everything is running smoothly or ran smoothly through the night. You want to check your backups, you want to check your again your maintenance jobs, all the other standard things that makes that represents your operations running well. You want to make sure that they ran successfully. You might need to go back and do some investigation to why certain things failed, why certain performance metrics were not at a certain place. Do some troubleshooting and then resolve or document. For some things you might not need to resolve, it might just be make some fixes, and then tomorrow when it runs, it will fix itself. So depending on policy and protocol on how your organization works, it's going to determine the approach you take. But it starts with just checking dashboards, it's checking emails, health check updates, health check reports. What's the status of the health of my environment? Environment is the database infrastructure or the database ecosystem that you get to support, right? When we talk about the environment, that's what I mean. So that's what we're doing first in the morning. You don't have to manually check every system. Again, there's third-party monitoring tools that a lot of companies have, or like the emails I talked about. That will be basically just coalesce all the reports, and you get one simple report that you're looking at. If there are critical servers or critical systems that you support, then I always highly recommend go check them out manually if you want to, especially those money makers, are those ones that are the critical money makers, that if they are down, there's problems. Just take a peek and check the dashboard, check your third party, just make sure everything is good. That maybe you don't want the third party tool to malfunction today, and then you don't know something happened. So you might want to look at those ones, those critical ones. Just make sure things are good. Look at your check your system metrics, look at your performance indicators, your health check, your processor, memory, all of that good stuff. Do that quick health check in the morning. And then that's the first thing you're doing what we call maintenance validation, right? Confirming all those processes, the index maintenance, the backup job that they ran successfully. We do what we call, for some, this doesn't happen everywhere that I've worked. Some companies have this report, some don't, but like a capacity planning review. And that's basically just briefly looking at how your data growth trends, right? Start looking for, you want to anticipate any like, especially with storage, that's your hard drive for the layman. But storage, how is your database growing? Do I have enough resources? You don't want to run out of space and then not be, if you run out of space and your database is live, you're going to have a database go to suspect mode, and then that's bad for, that's outages that will result in consequences, whether it's revenue loss or any of that. So we don't want any of that to happen on our watch. We want to be very careful. So that's a big piece. Part of things we check is make sure that from a capacity planning perspective, we're in good shape. We don't want to wait till we're thirsty to start digging the well, if you catch what I mean. And so that's the morning coffee, getting started.